Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello farmers, welcome back to Mercury Farms. We're up here in the forest. I am just about done, I do believe, cutting up some stumps here. This little section I'm in right now actually has where I cut it with a chainsaw, so I got these like little pieces of tree here and there. These things are so hard to cut up, so I'm just like, I give it a shot if I feel like it, and if they don't cut, I just, well, ignore it. So yeah, those things are just a pain in the butt. Oop, there it is. You got to get just at the right spot because it's such a small piece of wood. But anywho, you know, over about a year or two, that little piece of wood will disintegrate, and it'd be good. It'd be good for nature. Put some nutrients back into the ground, I suppose. You gonna cut up here or what? This stump does not want to disappear. So this one may stay there. Alright, be that way. Tree stumps. What a pain. Alright, let's see if I can get this little piece of wood. Oh, I got that one. Yeah, so every time I think, oh, I just got a couple more, and I start looking around, and it's like, nope, there's a couple more. Yep, there's a couple more. It's kind of like when you do beet harvesting or root crop harvesting, you think, oh, I just got a couple more passes. Oh, it'll be one more trailer and I'll be done. And then like an hour later, it's like, okay, a couple more passes and one more trailer and we'll be done. It's a never-ending job. Alright, so I do believe I got all the stumps that, well, at least I could see anyways. So, we have 60 saplings left. Not a whole lot, really, for the small area we got to cover. Wait a minute, no, that's that'd be the back peanut. You didn't want the other side. There you go. You know where the PTO shaft is? That's the side you want to hook up to. It is? Wow. Alright, let's lower this, and did I put saplings over in this section here? I did not. Alright, so I'm going to try to spread these out a little bit. I probably should get another... Well, there's a sapling right there. I do have some saplings over here. Alright, I do see a few. But I probably should have another pallet up here to plant them, but whatever we get done, we get done. So I've been kind of thinking about what to do with the farm at this point, now that we don't have a loan. And at first, part of me thought, you know what, let's keep this forest up here and we'll just plant and cut trees. But I don't know, I did think I'd just make too much money off the trees, so I don't want to do it that way. So what I'm leaning towards is buying the grass field over by the BGA, and we'll turn that into corn or maize, if you will, and we'll use that to probably sell silage at the BGA, and or just make silage for the cows, whatever. We might even put down another pasture either for sheep or for cows. I know we don't have enough cows to even fill our first pasture, I know, but we got cash now, so you know, I might go buy some more cows and fill it up. But the farm is going to start making lots of money because, you know, no loan, we have lots of land. The chickens are starting to really do well. The cows are going to start doing well. Yeah, it's all looking good. Alright, I think I'll make one more pass to this little field here, and then I'll skip over to where we just had the stump cutter and put some trees in there. Yeah, so maybe I don't need another pallet. So I still have 30 trees left, which is a good thing. So I'll have to go buy another one. But we are going to hang on to this land just for a few days, just so we can see the trees grow. I mean, we can see the trees grow without owning land, but, you know, I just want to hang on to the land in case I decide to do something with it. But the problem is, if I decide to do anything with it, the first thing we'll have to do is cut down trees. So I don't see that happening, but, you know, I just want to make sure that the forest kind of looks like a forest up here before we give it back to the National Forest Society. Yep, and there's a stump. I missed the stump. No, wait, or is that the one I wouldn't chop up? That might be the one that wouldn't chop up. So I technically didn't miss it. 4 more trees, and we'll return this planter. And then we'll come up here in a few days' time just to see how the trees are coming along. One more tree. Plant before you get to the road. Thank you very much. Alright, we're going here. We go to garage, go to leased items. And return that, please. Yes. And there we go. The forest has been replanted. I'm going to go back up here and just try that stump one more time. Maybe coming at it from a different angle. Where was that thing? Over here somewhere, was it not? Where is it? There we go. Tried it from that side, and she is gone. So, the forest is kind of the forest once again. Now what I want to do is, in last episode, we cut some of the hedgerow down by the livestock market. And there's a stump there I need to get rid of. And if I come down here, we'll take the horse trail down through. If I ride alongside the hedgerow here, I won't be going over the trail and hitting all the bumps and little hurdles that the horses have. Alright, so there goes that little stump that was there, and really, I don't want to just bring this little piece of wood all the way to up to the mill to get my $200 or whatever it might be. So get rid of that, and there's one here as well. There we go. So now we are all set here, other than the weeds. So I'm going to go back to the main farm. Just waiting for, yeah, there'll be more weeds. Just waiting for our fields over by the main farm to turn over. I don't know if it'll be today or not. But I got the speed up to 15 times at the moment. So we'll see what the next project might be. I may check on the animals, see what they're up to. Food-wise, see if they need anything. I don't think so, because I think we just took care of them not long ago. So I think they're going to be all set. But I'll see you in a while, and we'll have something to do, I'm sure. It's rather dark. And the fields just turned ready for harvest. But as you know, I don't work in the dark. I'm scared of the dark. I don't want to harvest in the dark. And really, there's no need to. So I think what we'll do is sleep through the night, obviously, because not much else to do. So in the morning, I think we'll bring the case puma over here. He'll weed out this field while we harvest. Depending on what field, we'll have to look at see what the crop prices are, see what they look like. But yeah, let's sleep through the night. 11 hours sound good. We're going to make a good amount of cash from, obviously, you know, the greenhouses, the rabbits. Yeah, we don't pay nothing on interest loan at all. It's a cloudy day. We got full weeds here, which could be a little bit of an issue. Because that means these are now double stage. Which means my weeder is not going to take care of these. At all. I thought that might happen, and I was kind of like, you know what? It doesn't matter because we might buy the sprayer. The Puma can haul the sprayer, and it'll take care of the weeds completely. So these fields here, let's take a look at the prices. So we have oats, $8.13, pretty good price. We have soybeans, $9.03, and we have corn. I did see at the Windmill Hill, but must be the price went down overnight. It was up to $600, so we won't be doing corn. Soybeans is not bad, but the oats at $8.13, I think we'll do oats. And probably better because we'll do oats now, and then we'll have a couple more harvests before we do oats again. Because, yeah, when I planted this field in last episode, I didn't know I had oats down in another field. So yeah, I was kind of hoping to save some cash up, but I think what I need to do is go in here for what is it called? Field protection. Where do I want to be? Does anyone know? Crop protection, field protection. We'll come on down here. This beautiful guy right here. So we want to do different colors, right? That's not a bad color. Rim color. I don't like that white color. Most of our rims are yellow. How about red? Oh no, that's too much. That's too much. Yeah, that's a little different. Design color, I don't quite get. Let's turn it to pink. What does it change? That little color thing right there, and that's it. All right, how about if we just turn it blue like that? Blue everywhere. Yeah, that's good. We will buy that, please. It's 60 grand, but you know what? It's fine. It's all fine. Let's go jump into our case Puma, which is, I don't know where it is. Is that it? There we go. There we go. Let's go to the store. We'll buy that up. While I'm here, I think I will put the narrow tires on this because I really don't know. I don't want it to be over there working and then me destroying crops. So customize. Where are they? Twin wheels, of course, narrow tires. There they are. No cost for me. Customize, please. Thank you. This is why we got the case Puma. All right, onto the store. We'll get our sprayer. Come back here. We'll fill it up, and we'll bring them over to the field, and he can take care of the weeds in that field, and then we'll get the harvester going, and we'll start harvesting some oats. A little bit of change of plans. I don't feel like harvesting today. Well, not in this episode, anyways. So we're coming up here. We're going to spray the field together. Since we slept through the night, the animals probably need some taken care of. And I do believe probably the greenhouses are going to need some water and probably some manure. So after we spray this field with herbicide, we're still over 100 grand in the bank. So that's a good news for us. At least now with a sprayer, I don't have to weed right away now. I can always add, like the situation that happened in this field here, like those half weeds, half not weeds, and it's like, I'll just wait until it's all done. Now we got a sprayer. Plus this can also do fertilizer as well, but mainly this will be just for herbicide. And you can see the spray on this is pretty wide. And it takes care of all stages of weeds, which is pretty key. So yeah, we'll spray this, get rid of the weeds. Then we'll go back to the farm. We'll get the fertilizer sprayer. This does need another stage of fertilizer on it, obviously, because we've only seeded it. And then we'll go up and take care of the animals in the greenhouses. Weed be gone. And with this sprayer, it shouldn't take us too long to do this field. I just wish I brought the T8 on it because I could have done GPS. But I guess, now that we got, like I said, the cash, I could always just spend 15 grand and put GPS on the case Puma. But we definitely want to get rid of these weeds. Making this turn down here might be a little challenging. Yep, I'm hitting the post. And make sure we overlap just a bit. If I can straighten up my wheel, there we go. Because now selling the crops, we should get enough profit. And like I said, I think that grass field up by the BGA goes for like 180,000. And it doesn't need to be limed. It's been double fertilized. It just needs to be plowed. But it has grass in it. And yeah, I could harvest the grass one time, but that means bringing all my equipment over there to do it. So I may just plow it in and put some corn in. But we're a little short on cash for that right now. And like I said, I want to wait a couple days just to make sure that's what I want to do. Part of me also would like to probably like get into cotton. Just to mix it up. So we can plant a different crop other than the ones we've been planting. But like I said before, the thing with cotton is there's only one harvester. You can't. So, I mean, that harvester isn't cheap either. But if you do cotton enough, you can definitely make your money back on it. Now, I just have a problem with the cotton. And I'm having the same problem on Hawke's Bay as I was on Ravenport. With crop destruction on, and you probably heard this many times if you follow my series. Yeah, with crop destruction on, after I harvest the cotton, if I go back in the field and run over the cotton stalks that have been harvested, when I go back just to reseed it, it won't reseed where I've ridden over the crops. So I don't know what that's all about. So I have to actually plow the field to reset the field in order for me to plant where I've destroyed crops. I don't know why. That's the thing with cotton. That's why most of the time when I reseed a field after I harvested cotton, I do it with a helper because a helper won't destroy it and it has no problem. But if I go in there, it's a mess. Dang it, who put that tree there? Turn that off while I straighten it up. And when I mean straighten up, I mean get more out of whack. So the one thing that this will do, and it looks like it's the correct width for this field. How about that? It's going to be off a little bit because I was overlapping. But what this does do, it definitely saves the time it takes to weed a field. I mean, I'm going to have this field done in just a matter of minutes. Compared to the weeder, which, yes, I don't have to pay for herbicide. But usually I hire a worker for it, so... You know, but I don't think a worker is going to cost as much as a herbicide did. But as you can see, I didn't really use that much herbicide in the field to begin with. Alright, I know I missed a little bit of a strip here, but how bad is it? It's not bad enough for me to want to go back down and waste all that herbicide. I mean, that's a big working width to get that little strip, so I think it's good to go. Oh, and look at that. I'm glad I had, that was, that's why I would put narrow tires on there, because that crop does change, and you can imagine if I was in the middle of the field with my wide tires with weights on it, we would have lost a little bit of oats. Anyways, I'm going to go back to the farm. We'll park this guy up, the sprayer that is. We'll put the fertilizer spreader on the back of the Case Puma, now that we got the narrow tires on it, and we'll fertilize that field. And then we'll go up and, give some animals some love. Clean them out, see how they're doing. Yeah, these fields are ready for harvest, but really they're not going anywhere, so we'll get to it. Alright, I was just on my way to the field, and I thought, second growth stage, and I'm fertilizing. I'm going to have difficulty seeing where I've been, so if I can get off my Case Puma, customize, global positioning system, 15 grand, make sure narrow tires are still on it. There we go. Now we have GPS. Re-hook up the fertilizer spreader. Also, I noticed when you customize, if you have course play, when you customize your tractor, it always brings up the HUD display at the bottom. So it says no course loaded. I have to go back in here and deactivate that every time you customize a vehicle. I wish it was course play was the other way, to where it was always deactivating the mini HUD. Anyways, now we'll go back to the field. Now that we got GPS on our Case Puma, it's not going to be that difficult to fertilize the field. Alright, here we are. Turn that on. Do that. Make sure I drive a little bit and then go like that. Do Alt R. There, and then is it page up? That goes that way. Yes, it is. Alright. Right about there should be good. There we go. Now we're all set. Turn on GPS. Turn on the spreader. No crop destruction with the narrow tires. Now we got GPS on the Case Puma. The farm is really starting to feel like my farm now, if that makes any sense. With no loan. Now we're buying things that before that we wanted, but we needed and wanted, but we could, we had to watch out for our money, couldn't really afford. Now it's kind of like, we got the money, we can go ahead and do that. We can spoil ourselves a little bit. I mean, the sprayer is something I've been looking at for a while, and it's like, it's 65 grand for the sprayer. We got to hold off on it. And now that we got the cash, now it's like when I see weeds starting to feel, it's not like, well, I got to hurry up and get to them before the weeds come again and hit second stage, because when they hit second stage, we don't have nothing that can take care of it. We can't spread the herbicide. No, we do. So now we don't have to, when we see weeds in the field, we don't have to rush right to it. As long as we get the weeds before the field turns to harvest, we're fine. And that's going to be key in a while, because in the future, when you start getting more fields, it's hard to keep up with everything. And if you don't think so, go watch my Hawke's Bay series. And yeah, I'm having a rough time with. I mean, it's fun playing in that map. I mean, it's not like I can do here where I can just concentrate in one field and I'll get the others when I need to. It's basically, you go to a field, you start, you help out a worker or course play, then get them going. It's like, oh, okay, now the trailer needs to be unloaded in that field over there. I need to go, the combine needs to be unloaded. I need to run over there and unload it. And as you're unloading it, it's like, oh, well, now the Massey Ferguson up in that field that was spreading lime, he's out of lime. I need to go fill up the line. It's just, you're just everywhere. Yeah, and I'm like on episode 12 of that series, and I haven't paid a penny off that $20 million loan yet, so that's starting to burn a hole in the pocket every night, paying 57 grand for a $20 million loan. But that once in that series, once the pigs get the pig pens full, I can start selling pigs every 2 days, and yeah, we'll start slowly paying off that loan and make me feel better. But here on our main farm, as I'm calling this right now, Mercury Farms, it's starting to all come together. I still can't believe when I was seeding this field the other day, I'm like, hey, you know what I haven't done in a while is oats. I thought I had canola in the field across from the silo, and at the end of the episode when I was jumping over there, I'm like, how is the canola coming along? And I looked at the bottom right corner, I'm like, wait a minute, this is, and I was looking at the crop, I'm like, this doesn't look like canola. I'm like, oh, this is oats as well. Alright, so we got oats everywhere. Going past our little gateway that we took care of earlier in the episode, getting rid of that little stump from the post that we cut down. Of course, now that I've made that opening, probably every time I want to go sell straw, it'll be probably a better price at the straw barn or whatever it's called over at the market. Unless the the pricing of straw is usually not that different, it may be just easier just to say heck with it and go there instead of driving over to the market. But we'll find out in a day or so in this field what we're doing with it. We will have straw to sell not too far from now because, yeah, we got the other oat field, which is ready for harvest. But this Case Puma has come in very handy since we purchased it. Has sped up the process of turning our fields over. It's nice having a tractor we can put narrow tires on other than the Deutz-Fahr. The Deutz-Fahr was having just a little bit of problem doing some of the field work that we were asking from it. Let's turn off the GPS mode. About once a week I go in and update course play and the GPS mode, but I haven't seen any updates on the GPS mode for a while. So when you go into the GPS original download link, it'll tell you the last time he's updated certain files, and it's been like a week or two on that. I know he's working on it. That's not the issue. This probably just takes time. I think what he's trying to do right now is get to where when he gets to the end of the field, it'll automatically turn by itself, or kind of like it did on the previous GPS system. I'll leave the narrow tires on the Case Puma for now. Although I don't know what I would need the narrow tires for a while, because all of our other fields are ready for harvest, so he doesn't have to do any field work. But we'll leave it as is. Alright, let's turn that off, and we'll come up here, jump in the Deutz-Fahr. Start her up. Do I have the bucket? No, I got the forklift on here. We need the bucket, so we'll clean out the animals, and then we'll load up some manure and start filling up the greenhouses. So let's lower that down. Alright, now that I've smoothed it out in here, it's going to be easier for me to pick up the chicken feed off the ground. Not that I was ever good at it anyways, but... And I don't know who put that tree there. Nope, need to go lower in the bucket. How about doing the side view, Peanut? That might help you out. There's a little piece there, but you know what? This is good enough. Now, we just sold eggs in the previous in-game day, so how are the eggs doing? That coop is starting to come along well, starting to do the pallets a little bit faster. And, of course, these chickens here, they're maxed out, and looks like they almost... Do they have a full pallet already? I lifted up my bucket too soon. There we go. Yeah, I also need to buy 4 more pallets for the chickens, because I only got 4 per, and they can actually take 6 per. Yeah, they do have a full pallet already over here. So at some point, I kind of need to take care of the chickens and giving them more pallets, unless the price is right. But I'd rather have the extra pallets there when needed. Alright, cows, let's clean you up. Yeah, I'll put it into the silo king here, just because, I mean, if I put too much silage in here, I can always go back down to the silo and get the mixture right later on. I don't think the cows, I got some on the ground. Yeah, so if the mixture in here becomes too much silage, then I'll just go back down to the silo and put more hay and straw in there to get the mixture right. But like I said, the cows, we fed them not long ago, so yeah, they're good for a few days. Cleanliness, that'll clear up, obviously. Water and straw, they're good on. The chickens, wheat and barley, they are good. And they probably could use a little bit. The reason why their bar's down more, and I've said this many times, is because they're reproducing, so the trough, every time we get more chickens, the trough can actually accept more wheat. Alright, so I think we found out last time is, yes, I can get a full bucket of manure in here with the weight in the back. But I do need to be careful with it, because you can see, yeah, a lot of weight in the front. Yeah, it's a 9,000 liter shovel or bucket I got in the front. And I think on that mod I can go up to 15,000 liters, but yeah, that would be too much. Yep, this is why. Alright, so we'll put the bucket down, get on all fours for a second here. Alright, so now we got some of the weight out of there, so it should be a little bit better. Alrighty, let's go grab some more manure, top that one off. Then we'll work on the other ones as well. And then of course we got our truck and tanker right there. We'll put some water in that and top off the greenhouse with some water. And then we'll get set for doing some harvesting next episode. Make some more cash. I haven't taken that much manure out of there, but yeah, see, there was 102,000 liters in there and haven't reset. And I've only taken 20,000 liters out. And it looks rather empty all of a sudden. Alright, one more trip for some manure. We don't need that much. But when you stick the shovel in there, or the bucket, whatever you want to call it, yeah, we'll get what we get. Well, that one there took very little, so it was just about topped off, so I assume this one's going to do just the same. Just a little bit. Yep. They probably took like 500 liters a piece. That was about it. Let's go dump this back in the pile. We'll grab our Volvo. And I'll sit there for like an hour while the tank fills up. I'm going to just try to fill up just enough to give the greenhouses some water. So I'm guessing about 18,000 liters of water should cover it. The cows don't need any water at all. Well, they're fine. They're pretty much maxed out, so they're all set. So I'm going to back this guy right on in here. Like I said, I'm going to try to get it somewhere right around 18. And yeah, the pond's sucking me in a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to sit here for a while it fills up to 18,000 liters-ish. Hopefully I don't get pulled in too far. Could be fun. Alright, so I'm going up to 20,000 just to make sure I do have enough. I mean, if not, the cows can take the extra that we do have. Gotta find that sweet spot. There it is. It's too bad we don't have to feed the rabbits. You know, at least give them some water or something. I don't know. So I must have been pretty close to guessing how much water the greenhouses needed. I said about 18,000. I went up to 20, so I should have like 2,000 liters left, and I have 1311. So, I mean, it's math. Simple math. So we'll just go over here and top off the cows. That water trigger here is pretty big. How much milk do the cows have? 26,000 liters, not bad. What is the price today on milk? Not the greatest. Not the greatest at all. Oh, look at the eggs price, $19.66. We sold them yesterday for like $18.90 or something like that. How are they doing on manure? I didn't take that much. So they got 84,000 liters of manure still in there. It definitely does not look look that much. That pile looks kind of small now all of a sudden. But that's fine. And slurry, 50,000. I can almost take the tanker over with slurry to the BGA and sell that. So I'll tell you what, we're going to do that now because that is a full tanker. And yeah, we'll fill this up, head over to the BGA, sell that, so we will get some money at midnight. And plus it'll help keep the slurry tank kind of empty. So this will take a little while, just like the water does. So I'll meet you over at the BGA and we'll wrap up the episode there. So we got our full tanker full of slurry. And here's a grass field that we could be purchasing maybe after we harvest our 3 fields, and we'll come up here and we'll swap it over to corn. But I mean, I might as well just leave it for grass for a while because I don't have a forage harvester to do chaff yet. Those cost a little bit of cash as well. Or I could just make it into just a regular field. Yeah, terrible backing up, but deal with it. That should take all but 5,000 liters of it. Matter of fact, I'll turn off the engine. Do I have any silage here, or do we empty? No, we emptied it all. This will give us a little bit of cash at midnight. Like I said, so we did dip below 100 grand even after buying a sprayer and some fertilizer, put some herbicide. And then we did put the GPS on the Case Puma. So we spent some cash today, but we're still up near 100 grand, which is good. We finished the forestry work up there. It has been a day, but I don't have no way to fast travel up here. I mean, I guess while that's filling up, I don't expect, there's a cow's butt, I don't expect any of the trees to do anything for at least like 3 or 4 days maybe. I don't know. It's been so long since like I said, since I've done trees in vanilla without seasons. I don't know how fast a tree should grow. And plus we're in FS19 now, and it's 17 or 15, so they could have changed how fast they grow. But we do have some saplings right over here. And actually these have grown to a second stage. So now we can kind of see how the planting went. Matter of fact, wait, do I have this activated? Yeah, I do have fly mode activated. There you go. So now you can see all the saplings that we planted the first time. Did it do our saplings that we planted yesterday? No, they did not. So there's, it's probably hard to see, but we got some saplings right down there. Those did not change, but you can kind of see how we covered up the forest a little bit, and it's looking pretty good. Not too clustered, maybe a little tight in here, maybe overdone it in there, but overall not too bad. Yeah, it's looking better over here. I spread it out quite a bit more. You don't want the trees too close together because the roots will get entangled with each other. They'll fight for nutrients and water. They really can choke themselves out, actually. But it's looking pretty good up here. So in a couple days' time, when these trees really start to grow, we'll make sure everything looks good, and we'll sell it to the National Forest. And yeah, they can do what they want with the forest up here after that. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you next time on Mercury Farms. But until then, have a good one.